July 20th, 1969, the day man landed on the moon. That's one small step for man, one giant leap for mankind. But here's the wild part. More than 50 years later, people still argue whether it actually happened. So let's break it down. What really happened on the moon? It started in 1961. The Cold War was heating up. The US and the Soviet Union were locked into a space race, and the Soviets were winning. The first satellite was Sputnik. The first man in space, Yuri Gagarin. The US needed a win, and fast. Apollo 11 launched, and after a 3-day trip and some seriously close calls, including almost running out of fuel, Neil Armstrong manually piloted the lander to a safe spot. And at 10:56 p.m. Eastern Time, Armstrong stepped onto the moon. That dusty surface, real. That flag, yes, it waved, but it's because it had a metal rod, no wind needed. And the shadows, all different angles, well, it's called multiple light sources, like the sun and reflections from the lunar surface. But not everyone bought it. Some said the flag is moving, there's no wind on the moon. Others said there's no stars in the sky. And even people were saying it looks like a movie set. But here's the thing, NASA has answers, real ones, physics answers. No stars, the camera exposure was set for bright light and not faint stars. The flag, it moved because they planted it in a vacuum, and it doesn't flap, it wiggles and just stops. Oh, and the moon rocks? Well, they brought back over 800 pounds. And independently, these were verified by scientists from all over the world. 12 people walked on the moon between 1969 and 1972, and no humans have been back since, yet. But here's some more proof. Laser reflectors were placed on the moon by Apollo astronauts, and these still bounce back lasers today. And high-power telescopes, even from other countries, can spot the landers and the equipment that was left behind. And if it was all fake, the Soviet Union, which is NASA's biggest rival, would have called it out, but they didn't. So, did we land on the moon? Science says yes, and the evidence says yes. And we're going back soon with NASA's Artemis missions. But here's the real question. What would you say to someone who still believes it was all fake? Drop it in the comments below.